They call these boys and girls the Wild Things. You're going to find out why. But this time, it's your turn to get wild. These are your Valentino's Hobby Stocks.
You know, guys, the hobby stocks are my grandma's favorite class. She doesn't get out here as often as she'd like to, but she is watching on Advantage Racing TV. I just had to get that out or I'd never hear the end of it. Thanks for watching, Granny.
Got to give love to the grandma every day.
Big thank you to Advantage Racing TV, doing a great job. They got a whole team out here to bring you the action here tonight. Check it out at eagleraceway.tv. Of course, you can go back and re-watch the racing after you get home tonight as well.
Hey, don't forget, if you guys are getting a little chilly out there and you want another layer of clothes, visit the Eagle's Nest. And then after the races, I know a lot of drivers and teams have hoodies and stocking caps available. I'll be buying a couple of them tonight.
Absolutely. We are racing. It's Hobby Stock Showtime.
Dave Carter, Dylan Richards into turn number one. Richards working the high side. Big move on the low side. We've got a three-car battle down the backstretch.
3 wide for the lead. Stiggy down low. Carter in the middle. Richards up top. Stiggy drifts up. We've got one crossed up. That's Gillen. He'll collect a few, but lap one goes to Dylan Richards.
A little bit of a traffic jam back in the field, but everyone seems to be up to speed and going again as that battle for the race lead continues. Big run down the backstretch for the 24R of Dylan Richards, but he's not able to pull away
the six
from
is off the pace in 3 and 4.
Yeah, Roy Armstrong off the pace. Looks like his night is done. Tough start to the season for the 6R, but once again, Richards, your leader. Look out, the 13T tags the wall.
Jackson just got a little too high and got sucked up into that outside wall, but he still runs fifth. 15 laps to go now, and Roy Armstrong still on the racetrack. Now he pulls it off. Dylan Richards, Brandon Stiggy, Dave Carter, and Brett Lemke, your top four.
Brett Lemke on the move in that 26L machine. He'll go to the top side in 3 and 4 and shut the momentum off from the 13T of Jackson. Right there is Jeff Watts and Adam Wasserman as well, starting to close in on that battle.
Dylan Richards pulling away down the backstretch now. Brandon Stiggy, Dave Carter. Battle is for fourth. Tyler Jackson and Brett Lemke. Jackson gets a little too hard into turn 3. Lemke's able to pull away, but Jackson battles back out of turn 4.
Dylan Richards starting to pull away for the rest of the pack. Stiggy about 3.5 car lengths back. Carter right there as well. Here comes Wasserman to the inside. Goes to the inside of Jackson. Watts right there as well. About 2 car lengths behind Lemke.
The battle for fifth. Adam Wasserman, Tyler Jackson. Wasserman, no. Jackson's going to hold on by half a car length.
Richards continuing to click him off down the back stretch. He goes. Stiggy, Carter, Lemke, Wasserman now into the top 5. Jackson back to 6. Watts 7th. Gillen into the outside guardrail.
Now Watts gets collected by Gillen. Now Lemke piles in there. Neil Pella's involved in it.
I think that's Gillen, Pella, and Keeney. Boy, Keeney had really nowhere to go there, and he completely tail slapped the 46 of Gillen.
My apologies. Jeff Watts running closer up to the front in the, 5th spot. I'm so sorry your grandma's watching.
I don't think you brought enough whiskey for that.
Never challenge me, my friend. You know I got that back end of that car.
Oh, that's a challenge, brother.
All right, field forming up. 12 laps left to go. We're going to go green out of turn 4. Dylan Richards on the loud pedal.
Richards going to go to the top side. Here comes Stiggy. Look out, got to be a little careful not to throw it in too deep. Richards with the advantage. Stiggy, Carter, Lemke, Jackson. Here goes Wasserman to the outside.
Dylan Richards, Brandon Stiggy, Dave Carter, Brent Lemke, your top 4. Wasserman up to 5th now. Adam Wasserman picked up a feature win last year, got really close earlier in the year, but was able to follow it up and finally find Demon Decal's victory lane.
Tell you what, Brent Lemke is really the only man running down on the bottom side, and he is getting it to work. If he can keep it clean and green, he might have a shot with everyone else in front of him going to the top.
Dylan Richards doing just what he did last time, slowly pulling away from this field. And Brandon Stiggy's about to get under fire. He's going to get some pressure from the 2C of Dave Carter and the 26L of Brett Limke.
Top 4 cars have separated themselves. Meanwhile, deeper in the field, the 94, one of our B feature runners, starting to make his way through.
He has got one fast car tonight.
Off of 4, Richards is your leader. Once again, then Stiggy, and here comes Limke, still side by side with Carter. They've been door to door for about 3 laps now.
Great 3-car battle for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position. Dave Carter holding strong to the outside. Brett Limke still working that low side off turn number 4 at the line. Carter still got it.
Jackson and Michael Hansen still side by side there just outside the top 5, but the battle right now to watch is the one for 3rd. As Limke working the bottom, he'll now have a really good run to get around Carter. He almost closed within Stiggy, but then the top side of 4 just a little too strong.
Dylan Richards, half a straightaway's advantage with 5.5 laps to go. Out of turn 4, Dylan Richards gets the signal. 5 laps left. Brandon Stiggy comfortably in 2nd, but not too comfortable, as that battle again, we've talked about it all race long. Brett Limke and Dave Carter, now Adam Wasserman, like you said, starting to throw his hat into the ring for that battle.
Dylan Richards up front, starting to walk the dog. Picked up 2 wins here at Eagle Raceway last season, trying to pick up his first here in the opening night of the year. But a good 4-car battle, as now Wasserman's going to try to make his move, but right in front of him's Limke.
You saw him point that nose down the hill. You thought he was going to get the run, but he thought better of it. Now he's going to try to do it off turn number 4. Gives the kiss to the bump of the 2C of Dave Carter. Lets him know he's back there.
Lemke working the bottom side again, drifts up. Wasserman's fast, he's just got nowhere to go. The bottom's taken up, the top's taken up. Stiggy right in front of that battle.
2 laps left to go for the 24R. Dylan Richards making it look easy tonight. Brandon Stiggy, Dave Carter, Brett Limke, Adam Wasserman, Mike Hansen, Tyler Jackson, Ben Beecher, then Brad Schreiner and Jeff Watts.
White flag is out for Dylan Richards as he puts Kirsten Bruce a lap down. So down the back straightaway he will go, the 24R. He's already picked up a number of wins this season, and into 3 and 4 one final time. He'll start off 2022 off right. Dylan Richards will win night 1 at America's home track.
The big question is, where does it go from there? Brandon Stiggy, then Dave Carter, Brett Limke, then Adam Wasserman, and Mike Hansen. Tenths separated those 4 positions.
How about it? Your Hobby Stocks put on a great show there, but just not enough for Dylan Richards here tonight. So he'll head down to Demon Decal's winner's circle and celebrate another win here to start off the 2022 season. Dylan Richards, your winner.
All right, Eagle Raceway, you might as well get up, stand up, shake them wrinkles out of your drawers. The mighty modifieds are coming out of turn number 4. Find your favorite driver and give them a wave. This is your Nebraska Lottery Modifieds.
And what a field we have here tonight.
We'll be going green this time out of turn number 4. Rick Gropp, Nate Thompson will lead them to the green flag. Caden Murray. Boy, that guy has waved the flag a lot tonight.
Man, I wouldn't even want to bet on anybody on this race. This
Nope.
is anybody's race.
Nope. Here we go. Out of turn 4, green flag is out.
Good start on the bottom side by Gropp. Here comes Sadoff, 3 wide for the lead, coming off a 2. Thompson to the top side. Gropp in the middle, Sadoff down low. Look at Densberger come to the front as well. Who will lead lap 1? It's Nate Thompson.
Big run for Mike Densberger. He's going to take over 3rd at the start-finish line. Densberger's going to stick to the high side. He'll try to pick up more spots. Sadoff gets by him though. Sadoff takes over 3rd. Now Sadoff 1 second away from Gropp. He's got it in turn 4.
Your 4-time national champion on the move in the 96J. Gropp back to his outside. Densberger down low. Look at the shark Sean Harker coming to the front now up to 5th.
All the while the 3T Nate Thompson has led the first couple of laps, but Johnny Sadoff is reeling him in. Big move by Rick Gropp to get by Sean Harker and to take the spot back from Mike Densberger.
You gotta watch out for Grabo. Jordan Grabowski started 12th. He is
Spinner
now
2,
up to
spinner
6th
1.
as we've got one going around. That's Bob Zobek. Can he keep it lit? It's not gonna happen and the caution will fly.
Caution is out.
Jordan Grabowski, he started 12th. He is already up to 6th. Anthony Roth, who started 16th, he is up to 10th already. So some early shakers just in 3 laps as Thompson brings us back to the green.
Johnny Sadoff's going to look underneath, try to get the big run off the corner. They'll all go by the cone, single file. Sadoff throws it into turn 1, gets the good grip. Johnny Sadoff is your new race leader.
Johnny Sadoff, one of the most heralded drivers in all of IMCA modified racing. Show him how it's done as Densberger drops back about 3 spots. Here comes Grabowski. He'll go 2 for 1, now up to 4th. Harker back to his inside.
Mike Densberger got used up by the V45 of Rick Gropp. That pushed Densberger up into the crumbs, and he falls back. Now he's looking to recover and get back up there again. 3 wide off turn number 4. Gropp, Grabowski, and Harker.
Good racing from 3rd on back. Your top 2 have fun. Look out, we've got carnage.
Oh, man. Oh, big hit for Bob Zobek. He hits the implement tire into turn 1. We had a car, I think that was Trevor Baker, avoided the accident by going up to the pit entry road.
Boy, that was deja vu from a few years ago. Thankfully, Trevor was able to save that right there.
And yeah, and Ryan Jenkins, I think, was the one that was spun in turn number 1 and caused all of that.
Boy, Zobek just tail whipped that tire that goes off the speedway there. Safety crew will go over and check on each one of these drivers. I'm counting on, what, 5 or 6 different cars still sitting over there.
Yeah, I think, is that Clint Homan that's facing us? I think the 27 machine, so Clint Homan involved in that.
Tronic is involved as well. Jackson Sadoff, Anthony Roth, and I think that's Cade Richards, the farthest car forward.
Oh yeah, I just saw Anthony Roth. Boy, he was one of the cars you were talking about during the last break that was really moving forward. So red flag is out. We'll let the safety officials have the whole track and be able to get the cars cleaned up. The Great Auto Connection tow crew, quick at work to get the field cleared off.
This crew was also involved in that, I think, if I remember that right.
Luckily, though, everybody eventually made a full recovery and was fine, but Justin Vanderhaar was touch and go for quite a while there. We almost lost him, but thank God everything worked out. Here we go, 15 laps left to go.
So Sadoff takes him into 1. He'll start on the bottom and drift all the way up top. That opens up the door. How about Grabowski? What a restart for the 30. Jordan Grabowski to the inside. Your race for the lead. It'll be Sadoff still with the advantage.
Sadoff gets a huge run off turn number 4. Is able to retake the race lead. Sadoff and Grabowski both go to the low side. Sadoff drifts up the racetrack more. Grabowski gets at the stick. Your battle for the race lead is hot and heavy. Grabowski slips into 3. Nate Thompson, Sean Harker, Mike Densberger, Dustin Anderson, Rick Gropp, and Cole Wayman.
Top 2 cars that pulled away. It's Sadoff, Grabowski, Thompson, Harker, Densberger moving back up into 5th. Grabowski trying to reel in Sadoff. Sadoff opens up the door on the bottom side. You've got a good race down the back straightaway.
Jordan Grabowski, Johnny
One
Sadoff.
in the corner and 2.
some of the best in the business. Johnny Sadoff holding strong, 11 to go. Hard into turn one, Sadoff goes up the racetrack. Is this the door that Grabowski needs to kick open? Not that time. Into turn three, Sadoff holds on to the lead.
Yeah, Grabowski's definitely better in 1 and 2, but Sadoff is better in 3 and 4. Now Sadoff once again drifts to the middle. He's able to catch a little bit of that moisture coming off the corner just to hold Grabowski at bay.
This is the little nuances I love watching about dirt racing. Jordan Grabowski is just finding his half an inch difference in that groove to find his way around the 96. We got 9 laps, coming to 8 laps left to go. Grabowski is making his mark, figuring out how he's going to get around that 96.
Sean Harker has moved up into that 3rd spot. Thompson 4th, Densberger 5th. Chad Anderson starting to make his way in the front in the 8C machine as well. But once again, your top 2 is straight away ahead of the pack. They come off of turn number 4. They're about a straight away from lap traffic.
7 laps left to go. Johnny Sadoff, Jordan Grabowski, Sean Harker, Nate Thompson, Mike Densberger, Chad Anderson, and Cole Wayman, then Rick Gropp, and Ryan Jenkins has recovered nicely after bringing out that last caution.
Here we go, Sadoff once again, pulling about 3 car lengths down the back straightaway. They will meet lap traffic before the end of this one. Meanwhile, Chad Anderson making the pass on Nate Thompson. Chad Anderson from 8th up into 4th.
Sadoff starting to pull away from Jordan Grabowski. Like Ryan said, we're going to be dealing with lap traffic here in a few laps.
Sadoff gonna come to the back bumper of the 1Z. Norm Ziegenbein will be the first car to go down a lap. Mike Lineberry about 3 car lengths in front of them. Can Grabowski capitalize as they go into 3 and 4?
Sadoff's gonna get a big run, but he's gonna have to deal with Ziegenbein going into turn 1 again. Sadoff gets his normal line in turn 1, gets by Ziegenbein. Ziegenbein might actually be holding up Grabowski.
Meanwhile, Densberger has moved up into that 5th spot, paying attention a little farther deep, but once again, here come your leaders. 2 to go, this time by Sadoff with the car length between he and the lap car Lineberry.
Johnny Sadoff, Jordan Grabowski, a lap and a half to go. Eagle Raceway, this is when you stand up to get a good view. Grabowski is there for the final lap.
Here goes Grabo to the inside, Sadoff one more time to the outside. 2 of the winningest drivers in modified racing going at it into 3 and 4. Here we go, Eagle Raceway. Grabo to the inside, Sadoff will shut the door and win it. Grabowski 2nd, Harker 3rd, Chad Anderson 4th, and Mike Densberger your top 5. So how about it, race fans? Your ground pounders did not disappoint tonight. Your winner, the Jet, Johnny Sadoff. And Grabo tried, just could not get her done.
Eagle Raceway, they're lining up 4 wide for you and for you only. Get on your feet and give them a wave. This is your sprint car, a feature. $25 big laps. Ryan, you ready to go?
Oh man, 7 months we've been waiting for this. I hope you're ready to go. It's about to heat up.
Good. Green flag is out. 25 laps. Joey Danley. Oh no, round goes Tyler Drucke right in front of the field. He keeps it going. We stay clean,
Caution,
but the caution came out.
How did no one hit him right there? What a job by everyone to avoid contact.
I go back to my previous statement of the best sprint car drivers in America.
All right, race fans, I will keep it to the point. We're getting our third place runner. First time in a modified at Eagle Raceway, and you park it in the tech area. Got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it feels real good. We got a pretty good hot rod under us right now, working with Johnny. We're gonna have a good car this year.
You have it. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, James. Sean Harker picking up the third place finish. Complete restart. Much better start for Joey Danley and Tyler Drucke. Drucke seemed to have the lead going into turn 2, but Danley fights back.
Here comes Drucke to the inside, but Danley with a little bit too much going for him on the outside. Meanwhile, Grosenbacher up into that third spot in that 35, and a good battle right behind him for fourth.
Joey Danley, Tyler Drucke, Trevor Grosenbacher battle for fourth. Down around the low side, sliding up the racetrack. Mike Hausman Jr. not able to get that spot on that lap, but he'll regain that 4L and go back at it.
Stu Snyder making his way to the front. The 5 started 12th. He is inside the top 10 and moving forward just outside the top 5. Good racing from about 7th on back, but your leader's continuing. I tell you what, Drucke's starting to close on your leader.
Golian's off the
Jordan
pace. I believe he's pulling
Grabowski
out.
Mike Boston just tapped the outside guardrail, but it almost seemed to rocket him off the corner. Adam Golian has pulled off the racetrack. His night is done.
A slider.
Your race for the lead. Drucke will have it. Here comes Danley to the inside. Crossover move, a little bit of contact maybe. Here goes Danley right back to the outside of turn 1.
Your 2021 RaceSaver Nationals champion, heat race winner tonight, is now your race leader, Tyler Drucke. Big run by Trevor Grosenbacher. He takes over the second spot.
Grosenbacher up to second, Danley back to third. Here comes Dive with Hausman Jr. all over him. That's your top 5, and already Drucke starting to get into lap traffic.
Tyler Drucke's going to deal with some lap traffic to fly-in 0, Chase Weiler. Off turn number 2, down the backstretch into turn 3. Weiler goes low, Drucke goes high.
So Drucke will get the lap car down a lap. It'll be
Chase
the
Weiler's
0
off the
of
pace. He's
Weiler.
pulling in.
Chase Weiler pulls off the racetrack. His night is done.
Another lap car coming in front of your leader. That'll be Riggins in the 14J. He'll go to the bottom side. Drucke will as well. And here comes Grosenbacher starting to close on your leader.
Drucke goes to the low side. Gets by the lap traffic of Riggins. Drucke now dives back to the inside. Trevor Grosenbacher has reeled in the 12. We're going to have a battle for the race lead in a lap or 2.
15, there's going to be 14 to go this time by your defending track champion. Only 2 cars ahead of your leaders. Now Pike pulls in front of Drucke. Drucke back to his inside. And here comes Grosenbacher now, but a good run off the corner for Drucke.
Tyler Drucke, Trevor Grosenbacher, Joey Danley. That's your top 4. Grosenbacher gets by the lap traffic of Gunnar Pike. Drucke gets by more lap traffic, able to move to the inside.
Drucke once again working the top. He's got Jason Danley in front of him. Also Mitchell Moore, the next 2 cars to go down a lap. And so the field starting to string out a little bit as your 2 leaders about a straightaway ahead of third place. Danley has only got 1 almost going around. That's Dye. He's going to lose a number of spots.
But he gets back on the racetrack. We do lose a car. I believe that's the 25 of Gunnar Pike. Meanwhile, back to the front. Trevor Grosenbacher. Tyler Drucke has put Joey Danley and Mitchell Moore a lap down. Now it's Grosenbacher's turn.
So Grosenbacher trying to deal with Danley, the lap car. Moore in front of him as well. He'll get around Danley. Now he has more to get around, trying to get into some clean air. Meanwhile, Hausman Jr. trying to run down Danley. They're about a straightaway back of your leaders as we've got more lap traffic in front for Tyler Drucke.
Drucke has been flawless all tonight. Slide job, crossover move from Horton, not able to make it work. Tyler Drucke dives to the inside in turn one. He's got more lap traffic between him and Trevor Grossebacher as the laps are now winding down. Out of turn 4, 7 laps left to go.
The next 2 lap cars will be Ackland and Chapman. And now Grossebacher's starting to run out of time as Drucke's really starting to open up that advantage here in lap traffic.
Drucke all over the back of Ackland trying to find a way around that 14G. He'll dive to the inside. He'll get him in turns 1 and 2. More lap traffic between him and Grossebacher. Grossebacher seems to be fading late.
Yeah, Drucke is now lapping up to the 10th spot. Toby Chapman is sitting 10th. He's the next car to go down a lap. Meanwhile, Danley is closing on Grossebacher, the battle for second.
Joey Danley, who led the opening laps, but the car kind of seemed to go away from him early, seems to have gotten that car back underneath of him and starting to reel in the 35 of Grossebacher, who really slipped off turn 4 that time.
Here comes Danley, Joey Danley trying to get around the 35. Meanwhile, Drucke still hasn't been able to catch Chapman, but still 3 to go and over a straightaway lead.
Tyler Drucke, Trevor Grossebacher, and Joey Danley, your top 3. Mike Hausman Jr., your 4th runner.
White flag's going to come out this time by Tyler Drucke. Will get around Chapman, so he's just got to stay nice and clean the rest of the way as he will go down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4, and he will pick up the opening season win. The Duke, Tyler Drucke, successful in night number 1 of the season.
Bringing it home in the 2nd spot, the 35 of Trevor Grossebacher. Joey Danley brings it home in 3rd.
So Danley in 3rd, Hausman Jr. 4th, Stu Snyder, I believe, will round out your top 5. Look at the heavy damage on Mike Boston coming across the line. Didn't quite see what happened there for Mike. But how about it, Dan, right there? Tyler Drucke ended the year last year with the win. He starts 2022 with the win.
Absolutely dominant, and Tyler planning on not running weekly here, but we'll see if that changes anything with picking up the win tonight and possibly, you know, he's got the best opportunity to go out there and win another track championship at Eagle Raceway, but the Duke gets it done once again. Guys, thank you so much for coming out and supporting Eagle Raceway. Thank you to everybody on Advantage Racing and EagleRaceway.tv for watching the racing action tonight. Amazing night of racing, and we highly encourage, even though it's chilly, even though it's windy, you're already here, head on to the pits, go and meet and greet with your favorite drivers. James Rowland's going to have all of our feature winners here in a moment.